And get a rock under the wheel.
Right. Come on, men. Come on, you guys. Lighten the load.
Now, hear this, guys. The guarantee in Fargo tonight, 25 bucks.
Why'd you say so?
25 bucks, come on.
Come on, you guys.
Come on, let's go.
Let's go.
25 bucks, I'll carry this on my back.
All right. Get your back in the way. Keep it. Attaboy.
25 bucks. Get your back in it.
Hey, all right, Gordon? Did I make the basket? It'll be easier next half, going downhill. $11.50. That's $1.90 a man. Now hear this, Dave. All night long, you let your man get between you and the basket.
It's this Charlie horse in my leg, Abe. If I could give it a little rest.
All right, you stay off it tomorrow. I'll fill in for you.
$1.90 times 6 is $11.40. What happened to the other dime?
Other dime? Oh, yeah. Gentlemen, be my guest.
Riding many a weary mile. Go, man, go, always hoping this ride likely I'll ever know. I just go, man.
There'll be an Andover tomorrow night. And you know that hotel there, clean food, good beds. We'll get plenty of rest. What's wrong with Sam?
His mother's sick, Gabe. He's got to go home, help out.
That's tough all around.
He'll stick until you find somebody, but it can't be too long. I keep telling you, we've got to have an extra man or two. I begged you to take that kid in Wenatchee last week.
No talent, Inman. It don't take any longer to train a good man.
All right, but what are we gonna do now?
We'll find somebody. We always do. If you gotta keep Sam for an extra week or two, I'll give him my end of the dough to send home. Clifton guy. That's 31 points he scored against you girls.
I noticed you didn't stop him.
Funny, it's sensational. Sam, you're practically on your way home to Philadelphia right now. There's your replacement.
Are you kidding? Listen to the crowd. He's a local hero. You don't stand a chance.
Any guy that good has got to love the game. He's a cinch.
Say, Clifton, you've spread it 3 inches wider than Sam. Come on, pull yourself together.
Can't help it, Dave. I'm a growing boy. Say, when do we eat?
You can forget about that eating every day, Clifton. You're a professional athlete now.
Well, how about a bottle of soda pop? I love that Sweetwater.
Sweetwater. Hey, Sweetwater Clifton, I like that. Anyway, financially, we beat last season all hollow.
That we knew.
Oh.
You only wired Pop for gasoline money 5 times this year. Last year it was 8.
Well, there you are.
Mr. Jackson, since he was a boy, he's never home. Gymnasiums and wives and jumping and running. All right, he was a boy. But a man has to settle down.
That means Pop's business has still got that place open for me.
Abe, nobody's pushing you.
Fine inducement for a nice girl to get married to a man who comes home only in summer.
Well, Inman made it. Go on, tell her, Inman.
Yeah?
Well, that's right. I'm getting married this month.
When did you find time to meet a girl?
Well, it's, her name is Irma Scott, and we went to school here in Chicago together.
Oh, so Abe, why don't you meet somebody?
All right. You find somebody who can bake coffee cake the way you do and sign her up for me.
Oh, that gefilte fish. Wonderful.
Liked it?
I love it.
Well, all right. For a wedding present, I'll give you Irma the recipe. Take some carp, 2 eggs, an onion. If it's good ingredients...
That's it, Mom. Good ingredients. That's what it takes to make up a good basketball team.
A comparison.
Abe, honestly, how much better do you ever think you'll do barnstorming around?
Faye, it may look like we're standing still, but believe me, we're getting closer to big-time competition by the minute. In fact, hear this. I decided to go see Willoughby this summer. I figure it's time to get the ball rolling. You know, he's a big... Willoughby, Jim Willoughby. I figure it's time to let the guy know what kind of a team I got coming along.
A basketball man?
Mr. Basketball. The whole works. He's Mr. Professional Basketball. Chicago, Detroit, New York, Cleveland. In fact, I may have to break down a door to get in to see him, but...
That's the man.
Who?
Willoughby.
Yeah, Willoughby.
No. I mean the man who was looking for you.
Looking for me.
He telephoned. Where could he get in touch with Abe Saperstein?
Willoughby?
Willoughby.
When?
A week, 2 weeks ago.
Looking for me?
You.
Jim Willoughby?
All right, I'm alive.
Well, what do you know?
Hey, what's the matter?
Well, hello, Saperstein.
Hello, Mr. Willoughby. Just got back in town yesterday. First I heard you wanted to get in touch with me.
Sit down. Nice
Thanks.
to see you.
Thank you.
I realize you're still barnstorming around with that outfit of yours.
Oh, I'm burning up the country.
That's that colored white team you had uptown.
That was just the start of it.
I saw them play a couple of times. Great coaching job, Saperstein. Had you in my book ever since. Matter of fact...
You wouldn't know the old team now. Only one of the original boys left on it. Been picking up new boys all the time, knocking off everybody all over the country. Averaging 74 points. Haven't been beaten our last 81 times out. You know, it's a funny thing. I was all set to come and see you.
There's a coaching job open with our farm team in South Bend.
South Bend?
Class B, of course, but if you're the coach I think you are, Few years, you'll move up to the Class A league.
My old YMCA outfit could have licked South Bend 8 years ago. Why go backwards?
This barnstorming for peanuts, where's that going to get you?
The greatest basketball team in the world, I think.
That's crazy, Saperstein.
You don't understand, Mr. Willoughby. I always wanted a team, not a job. And when you're a little crazy, you begin to dream about the perfect sports machine. Back when I had my colored Y outfit, I began to see how to do it. For instance, I had a great boy, Inman Jackson. Remember him? Couldn't get in your league. I figured there must be a dozen like him all over the country. Go out and find them, I said to myself. That way I got to wind up with 10 top stars. Why, it's like having 10 Heifetzes in the same orchestra, the greatest orchestra in the world if you know how to lead them. Why, it's like gefilte fish, Mr. Willoughby. Without the freshest carp and the best eggs, where are you? Frankly, I couldn't use any dates this year, even if you had them. I need a little time. But when I say I'm ready, I'm going to show you how this game of basketball should be played. I'll be in touch with you. Much obliged. Watch his eyes and think out there. Think, that's all.
Saperstein?
Yeah?
My name is Zach Leader. I'm,
Oh, you're the local sports writer on the Dubuque paper here.
Yeah, you're pretty good.
I know every sports writer in every town of the 400 in the United States.
And probably every tin-horn crook in those towns, too.
Pardon?
There's talk around that somebody in town approached you to throw tonight's game. Is it true?
Don't tell me they're going around saying that.
Is it?
Well, I heard things like that happen in sports.
Only every day in the year. Who approached you?
Well, you know everything else. You ought to know that, too.
One can only guess.
You want to pin it on somebody, huh?
I'd give an eye tooth.
Hey, you got some tape?
Just a minute, Chico. There you are. Well, it's not true, leader.
What else would you say?
Well, then aren't you a little silly to come around asking foolish questions?
I'm always hoping.
What's the betting on the game?
Like you didn't know. Your Trotters are 2-to-1 favorites.
Ah, gee.
Local crook bets on home team. Big upset. Trotters lose. Crook gets 2,000 for his 1,000. He's so happy over the outcome, he gives Mr. Saperstein a little present at the depot.
Gosh, leader, those 2-to-1 odds are crazy. I see it as an even game.
Yeah?
Sure, Dubuque's tough. I've been worried about him all season. Honest, we're going to get killed. I feel it in my bones. Say, at 2-to-1, be smart. Make yourself a bet on a local team. Nice to know you, leader.
Come in.
Your mother said to come upstairs. Goose Tatum?
That's me.
My name's Abe Saperstein. I'm with the Globetrotters. Ever hear of them?
Yeah.
Heard about you the other side of the state. They tell me you like to play
I
basketball.
like taking it. I like to have it handed. But to keep from disturbing the family, I've developed a silent shot.
Silent shot? What's that?
You know, where the ball doesn't hit the wall, the ceiling, or the rim. Like this.
Can you do that again?
It's a little harder when I don't look. I kind of like to stump myself if I can. In the summertime, I do a little pitching.
Can I see that ball? Where did you learn to handle a ball like that?
Oh, I picked it up when I was a kid. Would you like to have an orange, Mr. Saperstein?
Thanks. Now, hear this, Tatum. We'd like you to join our club. We're a team that's going places, and in no time, we'll be the greatest in the world.
What you mean is you can't pay much.
Pete. I'm going across the street and getting to bed. This will have me up at 6 in the morning for that first bottle.
I thought you gave him that first feeding.
Don't stay out too late, honey. Night, Abe.
Night, Irma.
Night, honey.
Night, Junior. It's cute. It's hot.
All right, Abe, what happened this time?
Oh, you mean Willoughby? We had another nice talk. He's a very nice guy, very friendly.
Yeah, but not friendly enough.
Well, I didn't bring up the matter of dates. When we're ready...
What happens when we are?
Well, what do you mean?
Come on, Abe, let's level. We both know what the big hurdle is.
Eamon, you can't jump a hurdle before you get to it. What's the matter? Is Irma squawking?
No. Not a word. But
having a wife and kid makes a difference, huh?
Maybe. Starts a guy looking ahead.
All right, let's look ahead. Now, first I figure if we do good the first month, I'll cancel some dates so the guys can get a little more rest. And then I got another idea, but I'm keeping it for a surprise. All I'll tell you right now is that if we do good, I'm plowing all my dough back in the team. From now on, we're traveling in class.
Mr. Saperstein?
Yeah?
I'd like to talk to you.
It's a crazy hour for a conversation. What time is it?
It's a little after 2.
Oh.
I'm sorry to awake you, Mr. Saperstein. I tried to get to the game tonight, but hitchhiking is kind of tough.
Well, you can come around here next year the same time. We'll have a nice, long talk.
That'll be too late. I've got to decide now whether to play pro ball or get into some kind of a business.
Oh, you want to try out for the team, huh? Well, it's a little late for that. We leave at 5. We have a long hop tomorrow, and there's no chance to see what you like.
I could show you right here.
In this hallway, you're crazy.
You play basketball, don't you?
A little.
I could pass you in this corridor.
Now I know you're crazy. You couldn't pass me on a 4-lane highway, let alone this corridor. Why, hear this, the walls would do half the guarding for me.
I still think I could get past you.
All right.
I didn't know the game had started.
Some pictures of the Chicago Majors playing the Detroit team. What time does it go on?
Who?
Basketball game. The Majors against the Rangers.
Oh, I think that's in the newsreel.
All right, what time's the newsreel go on?
I'm not the regular ticket seller. Just a minute. The newsreel is right after the beauty contest, which is on right now.
Beauty contest? Who wants to see a beauty contest?
Mister, you're the first man to complain.
Give me 2.
And now for the finals in the Miss Kenosha contest. Here we are, the first contestant, a lovely little lady, Miss Jean Arlene. And what a queen is Jean Arlene. I guess you better come over here, Jean, dear. Yes. And now for the second contestant, Miss Polly Wilkinson. Big hand for Polly. Over here, dear. Oh, Mr. Manager, you don't have to pay me tonight. And now, last but not least, least, Miss Sylvia Franklin. I love Sylvia. Right over here, Sylvia. Yes. And now, as you all know, you ought to pick your choice as Miss Kenosha to represent your city in the finals at Madison. Now, our first contestant was Miss Jean Arlene. And our second contestant, Miss Polly Wilkinson. Our third contestant, Miss Sylvia Franklin. Now we're going to give you our winner. It is Miss Polly Wilkinson. Good girl, Polly. Good. All right, Polly, step out there. Let them see you, Polly. Polly Wilkinson.
Say, we ought to fool around with that modified zone defense they were using. The guard drops back. Then they begin to shift.
Weren't you the girl in the contest?
Mm-hmm.
Look, if you ask me, I think you were robbed. As a matter of fact, you know what I think? I think the whole thing was fixed.
Oh, you do? And just who are you?
Well, I happen to be passing through here with the Harlem Globetrotters. We're playing here tonight.
Oh, yes. Well, since you're a stranger in town, I'll tell you a secret. It was fixed.
I knew it. The winner was related to the management, huh?
No, I am. My uncle owns the theater, and if I won, they'd say it was fixed.
So it was fixed the other way.
Oh, there are good fixes and bad fixes.
All fixes are bad.
Are you looking for an argument?
Yes. What time are you through here? Chew?
Thanks.
We hit 50 towns in 50 days. As a matter of fact, we live like traveling salesmen, always on the go. You know, it's the longest conversation I've had with a girl in years.
I'm flattered, Mr. Saperstein.
Well, between you and me, I'm doing it partially for my mother. You see, she wants me to... Excuse me. Hey! Wait a minute! Never take an underhand shot unless it's shooting from the foul line. It's too easy to block. I'll grip the ball right here by the seams. Hold it close to the chest. Nobody can block you, see? And you shoot free and easy. Now take a shot. Let me see it.
Yeah!
That's it. Keep practicing. Hey,
Thank you. Wow. Hey, what'd you get?
Look, I'll tell you very frankly what I had in mind. Marriage.
After all, we did see each other last night until 1 o'clock, and then 10 o'clock this morning until now. 7 hours altogether.
Now, hear this. When I scout a basketball player, in 2 minutes, I can tell whether he's right or not.
But you've never even seen me dribble.
I guess some things you take on instinct. Ah, look, Sylvia. In this crazy world we live in, they expect a guy to bring a girl flowers for a year and a half. Who has time for such things?
Yeah, in a year and a half, a girl and a boy get to know each other too well. Marriage has no promise, no mystery.
Exactly. You see, we don't disagree about anything. Sylvia, look, I come from a nice family, no scandal. I'm the black sheep, and I'm not bad. And I got the best references. My father's an upstanding man in the mercantile trade. My mother's the best cook in the whole world. Can you make coffee cake?
Modestly speaking, I make the best coffee cake in Kenosha.
Well, what else is there to discuss? Now, look, take your time. Don't let me rush you. Think about it. We have till 5 o'clock. And tell me, when you make coffee cake, do you butter your pan? Because my mother says if you don't butter your pan, nothing. She says, oh. No, you don't understand, honey. The last weeks of the season are the toughest. The guys are dead. I gotta help pull them through. I'd take you with me if I could, but it's no life for a girl. Long drives, crummy hotels, rotten food.
Hey. Do you think your mother will like me?
Oh, baby, how could she help it? Hey. You're not afraid to go there without me, are you? Because, honey, my folks are real good people. If you like me, you'll love them. My sister Faye will help you get an apartment. As for Mom, she begged for a daughter-in-law. She never thought I'd find one.
I'm still not sure how I got talked into this. Do me one favor.
Anything.
when you're traveling on the road, don't go to any more beauty contests. Expect you until tomorrow.
We decided to push on ahead instead of spending the night on the road. Hey, guys, come in here.
Hello,
how
are you?
Nice seeing you. Get a load of this, will you? I live here.
Sit down.
How'd you put all this together?
Well, I had a little help from Faye, and honey, listen to this. All wedding presents. Didn't cost a cent.
What a racket. We ought to get married all over again.
Hey, that must be Irma. I phoned her.
Hazel, Fred, come in.
Hello. Honey, hiya, Fred. Come on in, join the party. We wound up our season.
Look, we'll meet everybody some other time. Good night.
No, don't go. Sylvia, we'll go. I don't want Abe to bring us over unannounced anyway. I tell you what, we'll have the party some other time.
I'll think nothing of the kind. I'll have it right now. You must be his wife. I'm Sylvia Saperstein.
Glad to know you. I'm Irma Jackson.
How do you do?
Honey, you look wonderful.
Now, why shouldn't he look wonderful? Here's the reason. He hasn't worked in weeks. Meet Marcus Haynes.
Marcus,
How are you?
glad to know
Pleasure
you.
to meet you.
Well, come on in. Put your things down over here.
Oh, so. Hey!
Mom, how are you, honey? When did you come in?
Sylvia, darling. I'm Goose. You joining the team?
Abe, this I must tell you.
What?
This wife of yours, do you know what she did? She improved my potato pancake.
Oh, let's leave them all be, honey.
Stop, darling.
Come on, I want to talk to you.
Oh, now, Abe,
Sit down. I want to look at you.
But, darling, I've got to clean up.
Yeah, I know. You got to clean up.
I guess it can wait.
Come on, now, tell me. Are you happy here?
I think I am.
What do you mean you think?
Well, some mornings I wake up wondering what I'm doing here.
You want to run home, huh?
No. I want you here.
It was rough on you coming here alone, wasn't it?
Not really.
I only did it because I expected my family to make up the difference.
They did.
Honest?
Mm-hmm. They're wonderful. I've had more real love and chopped chicken liver than I ever had in my life.
Hey, Mom's crazy about you. You know I can tell? She tore my head off. Fine thing running around all over the country, leaving a young bride all alone.
Time you settle down, you've got responsibilities now.
Oh, you've had it too, huh?
Grown men, seeing who's stronger, faster. It's for children.
And sports, that's not a career, that's a madness.
What? It is in a way, eh?
Hey, lining up with Mom?
No.
Not even a little bit?
No. I married you even mad.
And now you're stuck with it.
Who says so?
Honey, I think it's about time you knew a little more about the fellow you married.
Oh,
No. If it turns out that I'm absolutely crazy, well, it's not too late.
Honey.
Now, hear this.
Hey.
No, listen, please. Success to me is being best at anything. And it never happens without some love or some craziness for whatever you're doing. And I don't just mean to win. Look, when you watch Joe DiMaggio fielding a ball, or Sugar Ray Robinson in the ring, or Goose Tatum, it's perfect control. When you see the same control in a Heifetz or a Pavlova, they call it genius. Well, it's the same thing on a playing field. All the beauty and the poetry that you'll find any place. And that's why millions of people follow sports. Even a lot who'd be ashamed to be caught doing it. That's what they come to see, whether they know it or not. And that's why it's always been more than a job to me. It's been to see this game played by 5 men like that. Or as close as I could come to it. So you see, if you're talking about success, I'm probably the most ambitious man you ever met. Look, I mean, if it's the best, Honey, you can be proud of it, whatever it is. Do I make sense?
Come here, darling. You're wasting our time.
What's the matter?
Get up, I want to tell you something.
Haven't you been asleep yet?
I would have worked if our regulars played only 17 minutes in each game.
Less than half?
That's right, 17 minutes out of 40.
We lose more games than we win.
What would you say if I told you we could do it and still win?
I'd say you're crazy.
Listen. In 9 games out of 10, our guys go out and pile up a quick lead, right? Right. Then they get tired and the other team catches up, then they spurt, go ahead, and then they catch up, and that's been the pattern of the game, right? Here's my idea. We go out and get that quick lead. Then a ball goes off to Haynes, and he's off by himself.
Where are the other guys?
Resting, doing absolutely nothing. And I defy any team in the world to get the ball away from Haynes for at least 2 solid minutes.
Then what happens?
Then Haynes passes to Goose. And Haynes gets his rest. And Goose, why, he'll stand him on their ears with that razzle-dazzle of his.
And then Gratter has got that spitting bit.
That's the idea. And the way I figure it, we use up at least a full 5 minutes in the first quarter, and more in the second quarter, more in the third and the fourth. And in between, we play the best basketball we know how. Now, hear this. I figure out every stunt we know, every gag, every trick. And it adds up to only 17 minutes of actual playing time for each regular.
Hey, but what about the fans? Will they stand for it?
Well, we'll find out soon enough. We'll put it in tomorrow night.
Tomorrow night? We better keep the motor of the car running just in case.
Doesn't matter. I just wanted to leave him some clippings. You see that he gets him, please?
Mr. Leader? Mr. Saperstein on 2?
Saperstein, reading of the devil. Abe, how are you? How'd you know I was in Chicago?
You kidding? I heard about it in the Butte 4 months ago. Congratulations. I knew a big-town newspaper would grab you before long.
Thanks. Throwing any games lately?
All over the country.
Yeah, I've been reading about it. Sensational clippings.
It's even better than that.
Well, I want to hear all about it.
All right, how about lunch?
Swell.
Suppose you pick me up in my office in a half hour.
You've got an office?
As in every important organization. Trade building, room 745.
Room 745, right.
Come in. And that's the way it's going to be.
Excuse me.
And we'll see you in Peoria on the 23rd. And those terms are final, and if you don't like it, you can go jump in the lake. Regards, Abe Saperstein. I'll type those all up, and then you can go to lunch. My secretary.
Oh, obviously.
No, my wife. Hey, you haven't met my wife, have you? Sylvia, this is Zach Leader I told you about. Zach, this is Sylvia.
Hello.
Hello.
Well, we'll be in Fritzl's having lunch if anything important comes up.
Yeah.
Oh, don't forget the cold cup. Come on.
Bye.
And our outfit rates with the top outfits in the game.
Will you ever get a chance to prove it, Abe?
You mean Willoughby?
More or less.
Zach, in case you're worried, I always knew the score. But I always believed one thing. The best is got to be known as the best, and nothing can stop it. Say, by the way, in my travels around, I noticed how crazy everyone is about the game if you get their interest stirred up. Now, the trouble now is that you got the same pro teams year after year ruled by the same few guys. It needs a new interest, Zach. A new angle that can get the fans all excited.
Well, for instance?
Well, supposing we bust those leagues wide open. Had a tournament for the professional championship of the world, open to any pro team that was able to qualify for it. You know, kind of sort of a basketball World Series, but for blood. Why, you'd have the country standing on its ear. Don't you agree?
It's a good idea if you can get Willoughby and the big guys to see it.
Well, suppose your paper stumps for this idea, you know? Carries on a campaign for it. Sponsors it. Why, you can get public interest up so fast that they got to fall into line. And you know something? Wouldn't be a bad boost for your paper circulation.
You have just lowered the tone of this conversation.
Sorry.
No kidding. I'd like to present your idea, Abe. Of course, you wouldn't be thinking of entering your team in a tournament like that.
Well, if somebody forced an entry blank on me and convinced me it was for the good of the game.
Check, please.
Inman, get a load of this. I'd like to see Zach Leader's face when he reads it. Hey, fellas, look at this, will you? Marks.
Please drop into my office as soon as you return to Chicago. Signed?
Jim Willoughby. And not one telegram, but two, in case that one missed me in Billings. You see? If you know how to do it, Zach, you can put toothpaste back in the tube.
This trick is even better.
Well, I'm on my way to see him now. No, you keep it, frame it, in memory of the old days in the Butte. Gotta run, pal.
Hey, wait a minute. I've got to tell you something. Remember that professional tournament idea of yours?
What do you mean, do I remember it?
Well, you might like to know that the paper is crazy about it.
Well, naturally, it's a sensational idea.
What's more, it's already underway. Looks like we'll have it put together for next fall.
No, you mean open for all pro teams? Any pro team?
Any kind of a record. The committee will decide who'll race. Well, it looks like you're going to get at least one crack at one of those big arena games.
One? You don't think we're going to get knocked out of the tournament the first game we play?
Take it easy.
Zach, do you realize what this means? Willoughby tries to pull a dirty deal on me, give me bad terms. You know what I say to him? Thank you, Mr. Willoughby. I think your terms are crummy. Good day.
And good day to you, Mr. Leader. Send me an entry blank when you're all set.
Abe, don't let on to Willoughby you know anything about the tournament. You'll kill me.
You know me, Silent Abe.
It's time you and I got together after all these years.
Not a bad idea.
I'm ready to offer you our Detroit team. Head coach. You got the nucleus of a good outfit there. You'll have some college stars for next year's squad. In a year or two, you'll have Detroit up there for the league title. What do you say?
You know those clippings I sent you, Mr. Willoughby? I didn't print them myself. There is a team called the Globetrotters.
Now, wait. My idea is let that Jackson fellow run the Globetrotters, and you retain a financial interest in it. That way you get two sources of income. Your Detroit job.
I still say, why go backwards? I told you once I'd tell you when I was ready. Well, I'm ready to play as a regular in your league.
We don't hand out league franchises like souvenirs. And I told you, you're chasing your tail with those Globetrotters. You'll never get anywhere with them.
You wouldn't have any reason to stop them from getting anywhere.
What do you mean by that?
What do you mean? You've never even seen us play.
I've seen the record. Who've you ever beaten? Name one top club you've played.
We've challenged them all, including yours.
We challenge 50 times a week. Come now, Saperstein, be sensible. Here's a top spot and real money.
All right. Let's talk about money. Would you call it good if I told you we were playing the Coliseum in Akron next year?
Coliseum?
Got it booked. And I'm going after 20 others about the same size.
Aren't you a little crazy?
No. This time it's the public that's crazy. They put us there. And one day, Mr. Willoughby, they may tell you who they want to play in your league. Who knows? Who knows how it may happen? Meanwhile, you better get bigger wastebaskets for our future clippings.
I'll hold that Detroit job open until September 1st, Saperstein.
Thanks a lot, Mr. Willoughby. Only don't call me. I'll call you. He was sweet as pie, Zach. But when I mentioned Akron and those other big dates, he didn't like it.
And what now, little man?
Well, now I sew up those dates in case anyone thinks I'm bluffing. But I'm saving October for the tournament. Say, when are those entry blanks coming along?
Oh, a couple of months, if we go ahead with it.
Man, how I'd like to meet his Chicago hot shots in the first round. And knock them out right off the bat.
Listen, little man, don't underrate them. They're a strong outfit and a tough league.
The very words one said to another little man with a slingshot.
Okay, little David, so long. I gotta write a column.
You see, honey, it's a variation of the old give-and-go play, where the man in a bucket uses a blind bounce pass. You see what I mean?
Oh, no, I don't. Oh, let's have a recess, Abe. It's so hot. Maybe it's cool in Kenosha.
The whole month of August in Kenosha, I promise.
Yeah, if we're still alive by then. Hello, Amy.
Hi, been in the office?
Yeah.
How about a cold drink or a cold shower?
Oh, that drink sounds great.
Hey, Inman, look at this play, will you?
Hey, you look at this wire first.
What is it, Abe?
Just business. Cancellation of the Bailey Arena in Des Moines.
Why? For what reason?
Conflicting dates. Why the face?
Well, I don't know, Abe, but just 2 days after the same thing in South Bend?
Well, it doesn't mean a thing. These big arenas handle 1 million attractions. Ice shows, circuses. That's why they have the reserve clauses in these summer deals. Don't worry, we'll still play Des Moines.
Well, it's back to the Y gym. Capacity 400 instead of 4,000.
Well, that's the breaks, Inman. We still got the biggest schedule of our life. And what else you got there? Hey, this must be the tournament entry blank. Why'd you give me this in the first place? Oh, this I gotta fill out.
Abe?
Huh?
Come here and help me with the ice tray.
All right, hon.
Look, I'll get it.
Our old friend Jorgensen in Fargo.
Well, at least he was decent enough to write and explain. Come in.
Mr. Saperstein?
Yeah.
Sign here. Say, how do you find each other around here if something important comes up?
We have a loudspeaker system.
Here, go buy yourself a Cadillac. St. Paul. We'll have to rewrite the contract, putting us back in the Memorial Gym.
20 biggest dates I had. Knocked out, every one of them. The first few times, I I had a feeling, but I couldn't believe it. I refused to believe it. But now I know it was Willoughby. It has Willoughby written all over it. Oh, what a simple character I am. I couldn't believe that a guy could swing a club over every big arena in the country. And every one of them covering up for him.
Hey, live off him, Abe.
Well, what does an honest sports writer from Dubuque have to say about all this?
He says the world wasn't made in a day.
That's right. And there are guys with just slingshots changing it all the time. Well, we got one ace in the hole. How does the tournament committee stand?
First meeting on application Friday.
Friday. Hey, Zach.
Yeah?
Just hit me. You're the only one on the committee who knows how good we are, who ever saw us play. If this tournament wasn't suddenly so important to me, Look, of course, I don't want you to say anything up there you honestly don't believe, but...
Stop it. You've got nothing to worry about on that score.
Okay, Mr. Leader. Well, I gotta get back. Zach, after the meeting on Friday, you might give me a call.
The first one I'll make.
Nothing urgent, you know, if you just should happen to think about it.
But why, Zach?
Willoughby sold the other owners a bill of goods. Sure, the Trotters are a big draw, but not as a basketball team. As a circus act, a bunch of clowns. You put them in a tournament like this, and they lower the dignity of the game.
Well, you explained to them about the clowning, didn't you?
For 3 hours. He had them scared, their investments. I was snowed under, Abe. Even threatening to withdraw the sponsorship of the paper didn't help.
Zach, maybe something can still be done about it.
That's quite a guy, that Willoughby.
Abe, I'm serious about withdrawing the paper from this thing and blasting about why we're doing it.
No, I wouldn't, Zach. It would do the game more harm than good.
What will you tell Inman and the boys, Abe?
Well, I want to talk to you some more, Abe. Meet me for lunch tomorrow?
Okay.
Zach, why don't you stay and have dinner with us?
No, thanks. I've got to meet some of the boys. Lunch then tomorrow, Abe?
Yep. And thanks, Zach. Thanks a lot.
It's a dirty trick, Abe. A dirty, rotten
No
trick.
use talking about it, Sylvia. It's done. I think I'll take a walk.
Darling, you can have the whole living room.
No, I need a long walk. You wait. I'll get something later.
How about some chamber music?
Oh, a little chamber music. And now the Harlem Globetrotters chamber music is now in session. Are you ready with your whisper, Rooney? More upbeat this way. Go, man, go, riding in the weary mind. Go, man, go, always hoping to ride worthwhile. Don't seem like you ever know. So go, 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 go. Go, man, go, riding in the weary mind. Go, man, go, always hoping ride worthwhile. Don't seem like you ever know. So go, 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 go. Well, Max Bounty, O'Rooney, guitar, O'Reilly, Onirutimo, bling. Some super sun.
Hi, kids.
Hi, Dane.
Hi. Goose, Mark, sweet.
Hey, Goose. Hey, did you hear from,
Leader? Yeah, he came to the house. I got news, boys. We're not in the tournament. We've been turned down.
How come? Why?
We're not a team. We're a bunch of clowns.
You're kidding.
I'm telling you, it's final.
Oh, boy, that's a hot one.
Willoughby murdered us all around. First the schedule and now this. Seems I owe all you boys an apology.
What do you mean, Abe?
I mean for all the big promises and the hot air. For being a swell-headed jerk who was going to beat all the rules.
What's swell-headed about the man who really builds the best team in the game?
A team that winds up nowhere. That Willoughby can slap back in the tank towns and the broken-down gyms and the flea-joint hotels.
So what? We'll come right back.
10 more years of the same grind for a lousy living? No, thanks. I've had a belly foot. All I'm going to take. Now, that's right. I'm through with this racket.
You don't believe that, Abe?
You aren't breaking up the team, are you, Abe?
No, that's up to you. It's yours. I'm giving it to you. The bus, the equipment, everything. I figure you might want to do something with it.
You mean we might not mind flea joint hotels?
That's a crummy thing to say, Inman.
I'm sorry, Abe. I didn't mean that.
I'll talk over details with you in the morning.
Abe. Look, you know what they say about our boys. Our guys are great as long as they're out front. But one bad break and they fall apart.
I'll issue a statement.
They'll still say it. And we will fall apart. Because it wasn't just coaching that made us. It was a faith in a team. Somehow we'd get there. You take that away from us when you walk out.
That was some more of my big talk, Inman.
Oh? You mean all that greatest team idea wasn't for us? Was for Abe Saperstein? He couldn't put himself over this way. He's going to try it first class in Detroit.
Who said I was going to Detroit?
You will. You can't quit the game.
Detroit has nothing to do with it.
When you do, Abe, you'll be looking for some good men to build a great team there. How about Sweetwater here, and Marcus and Goose? You just tell Willoughby you want them in the league.
What did you do, Abe?
What do you mean?
Irma just called. She was crying.
Huh? And you know. There's something to eat around here?
You don't really mean it, Abe.
Oh, come on, honey. I just went through all that with Inman. Please. I'm tired. Can sleep for about a month.
Look, Abe, Detroit is not for you.
Sylvia, I wasn't thinking about Detroit. What made everybody decide? I'm not even interested in Detroit.
Then where?
Where what? Basketball? Nowhere. I don't want any part of the game. I put enough years into this sports racket. Took enough punishment.
Then what if not sports?
I don't know what. I was thinking about Pop's business tonight. With half the effort I gave basketball, I could double his operation in no time. His methods are old-fashioned. You gotta go out and meet people. And apart from the money, it would make Pop a very happy man. Mom would be delighted, and so would you. Well, wouldn't you?
Not particularly.
You don't want me to go in with Pop?
Or anybody, if not sports.
Honey, don't do this to me. I thought you liked the idea. That's what you wanted from the very beginning, wasn't it?
I hadn't figured out what was so irresistible about you in Kenosha.
Go on, tell me. You were sports mad all the time and you didn't know it.
Sports, or if you'd been traveling with pots and pans. I'd never seen anybody so crazy happy in what he was doing, and for that reason so stressed.
So what? Will I be happy now back in the grind with the Trotters?
Abe, isn't it still the greatest team in the world?
Sylvia.
And if you believe it, what difference does it make how many years?
No. I made a decision and that's it. Now, please, honey, I don't want to talk about it anymore.
Oh, excuse me, Abe. I had a strange notion that any decision that was important to both of us...
Look, honey, I didn't mean...
Of course, when you go back to the grind, it's fun for me here alone weeks at a time.
Then why? Just because maybe I won't be the same happy, irresistible idiot?
No, you wouldn't
Not
be.
an honest man. I'd go out and rob banks. I'd beat up my wife. I'd get drunk.
No, just different.
Not the man you married. I misrepresented.
To both of us.
Honey, look, this is getting crazy. Is it going to make such a difference? Wreck the whole thing, I suppose.
Who knows?
You're kidding.
I really believe it, Abe.
You believe it. And until it's the way you believe it, it's no decision. That's the way we make important decisions for both of us.
I'm just telling you, Abe.
You certainly are. You're telling me. It's your way or else. Well, then, it's or else.
Abe! Hello?
Hello, Sylvia. This is Zach. Is Abe there?
No, he isn't.
Fine guy. We had a lunch date.
Well, I can't understand that, Zach. You see, he left it early this morning. I'll tell him you called when he comes back.
Well, tell him I'm darn sore. Bye, Sylvia.
Just to drop out of sight like this. 24 hours and not a word. Not to Zach, not to his own family. Oh, if I only knew he was all right.
Saperstein?
Yes.
Oh, sign here.
Thank you.
Abe?
Dear Sylvia, please forgive delay in getting in touch with you. Just want you to know everything's all right. Hope to be back tomorrow. Best regards always, Abe Saperstein. Of course, if he had just said Abe, I wouldn't have known who it was.
Where's it from?
Oh, Detroit.
Detroit.
What's he doing there, Inman?
That's obvious, isn't it?
Oh, no, he wouldn't take that job. He'd be worse off there than nothing.
Yeah. Good night, Sylvia.
Mr. Leader, here's a telegram for you.
Oh, thanks.
Hi, Sylvia. Is Abe here?
Hello, Zach. Look, I lied to you on the phone. Abe hasn't been here since the day before yesterday. He's been in Detroit.
I know.
You do?
He sent me a telegram from there today. Be sure and meet him here at 4:30.
4:30. Well, then I'd better be on my way.
Where are you going?
Kenosha.
Kenosha?
Yes, home. I don't intend to live in Detroit with the coach of just another basketball team.
Oh, I see.
Hello, Zach.
Hello.
Is Abe back yet?
4:30, Inman. He wired Zach.
I'm gonna wait right here for him. I want to see him just for 2 seconds.
Something's happened.
No, not much. The garage call where we keep the bus. Abe sold it.
Oh, that can't be true.
By telephone.
I'm sorry, Inman.
It's all right. I like it better this way. I just want to ask him, how does he expect us to keep any kind of a schedule without the bus? He knows that. All right, it's his. But give us a chance to rent it or something. Or doesn't he want us to stay alive?
What's going on here? Isn't he here yet?
No, Papa. Abe's been away for a few days.
You're telling me? Hello, Inman. How do you do?
Hello.
I'm Abe's father.
Hello, Mr. Saperstein. My name is Zach Leader.
I've been reading your column for years. Abe says I got to. Glad to know you.
Papa, you knew Abe was away?
I found out this morning. All of a sudden, a long distance. My son. Could I wire him immediately $10,000?
$10,000?
At the moment, I had $12 in my pocket.
What did he want it for?
Oh, he didn't tell me that. He was too much in a hurry. But he did say this. Thank you. Which is very nice.
He's buying the Detroit team?
Oh, then he's a bigger fool. Did you send it to him, Papa?
Well, as much as I could raise at the bank, which was $4,000. And now for my money. Could I just ask a little explanation? Or maybe I am unreasonable.
Oh, I'll get it, Papa.
Pardon me, Saperstein apartment?
Yes, what is it?
City Loan Association. You want your furnishings appraised, I believe?
Furnishings appraised?
You got the wrong apartment, mister.
Saperstein?
No, he doesn't have the wrong apartment, Papa. Did Mr. Saperstein call you from out of town, perhaps?
I don't know about that. I was just told it was urgent to come right up.
Well, make yourself at home.
Thank you. Don't let me disturb you, folks. I'll go about it very quietly.
What's going on here?
It's no mystery, Papa. It's your son. These furnishings belong to him just like the bus. I was lucky no one came in to haul the bed in the middle of the night that I was asleep in.
No, where are you going?
Kenosha.
Hello, honey. Hi, everybody. Kenosha? Did I hear you say you were going to Kenosha?
Yes, Abe.
Well, you're crazy. The summer's practically over. Honest, Sylvia, sometimes I hardly understand you. Hi, Zach, Inman. Pop, what's the matter? What are you doing here? Why aren't you at work?
I suddenly needed $500,000.
I'm sorry, I'm a little strapped right now, Pop. Who's he?
He's appraising the furniture.
Oh, yeah. The stuff's practically new, you know. Hardly been used. I gotta get the top loan on it, so clean your glasses.
Zach, I don't want you to think I forgot about our luncheon date. I was flying, and I considered getting off at the time, but thanks for coming around, and, brother, you're not wasting your time.
Hey.
Oh, and I sold the bus.
I know you sold the bus.
Oh, you do? Well, don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it.
Honey, Kenosha's crazy.
Abe, I'm not going to Kenosha for the summer climate.
Then why?
Because I'm not going to Detroit.
Okay, if that's the way you want it. But you're going to miss a great game. October 15th, Detroit Municipal Stadium, capacity 35,000.
Stadium?
And filled, honey, that makes quite a sight.
What do you think you are, Madman Munz? That Detroit team hasn't drawn 5,000 in its entire history.
Naturally. I wouldn't play them if Willoughby begged me. But against the local all-stars, we'll do 20 times the business.
Hey, wait a minute. Who is we?
Who's we? What, is he kidding? How many teams have I got?
The Trotters?
What's the matter with everybody? Of course they're Trotters. And it's the 15th, Inman. The Detroit date that Willoughby stole from us. Knocked us out of the indoor arenas, put in his own teams. Well, there'll be 2 games in town that night. We'll fight him for the business. And the same in Akron on the 19th. I got the Goodyear Bowl, capacity 25,000. And in Toledo, the college football stadium, 40,000.
But it would take a fortune to put up the guarantee.
You're darn right. Let me take every cent Pop's got. Not to mention Sylvia's relatives. Why do you think I sold the bus? And this character. Zach, every town, we play the same night that Willoughby plays his league games. He wanted a showdown, didn't he? Well, we'll give him one. And I booked the Memorial Coliseum in Indianapolis, 104,000, and Des Moines and Omaha.
Wait a minute, Abe. Those are all outdoor stadiums.
That's right.
But you could get killed with the weather.
Well, it's a gamble. I'll have to pray for a late Indian summer. But it's a gamble that Willoughby will have to start worrying about as much as I do. Now, Zach, is this a story or is it a story?
Slightly sensational.
How about serving it to Willoughby tomorrow morning with his poached eggs?
I'd love to. Give me those dates in town.
Come on, sit down. Pop, you too. I want to talk to you. Don't go away. Inman, come here, will you? I got all the dope here. Honey, why don't you take your coat up and stay around a while? Now, look. Pop, it's going to cost now.
Cost?
Don't worry about it, though. Were you worried about this whole thing?
Kansas City.
Kansas City.
1,400.
That's right, 1,400.
Miss Ruddock, get Zach Leader on the phone.
Just called you, huh? What'd he say?
Well, mostly that you're off your rocker, and you wouldn't draw flies as a counter-attraction to his league games.
Well, then he's got nothing to worry about.
On the other hand, he says you both might wind up by losing money, and, well, that would be stupid for both of you.
Not both of us, him.
Well, anyway, he thinks somebody ought to straighten you out, and he'd like to have a little talk with you.
Oh, he would, huh? Well, I'd love to see the guys act, but you see, I'm swamped. We're preparing ads, we're getting out publicity, arranging transportation, reserving hotel space. I don't think I'll have time to get over to see him.
Oh, I understand, Abe. But if I could work it out so that he came to your office, could you give him a little time?
Well, Zach, if he wants to take a chance, I might be able to give him a minute or two.
Fine. Oh, I'll tell him to bring matches.
Matches? Come in. Oh, I'll be with you in a minute, Jim. Hey, go on.
Indianapolis.
Indianapolis.
St. Louis.
And St. Louis. Now, honey, type these up, and they gotta be in the mail tonight.
Yes, sir.
Sit down, Jim. You know Jackson, don't you?
Sure. Nice to see you, Jackson.
Surprised to see you in this part of town.
We're all moving in different circles these days, aren't we, Saperstein?
Now, hear this. Will there be no cat and mouse games? What's on your mind?
Football stadiums and basketball in the snow. Will your players wear gym shoes or skis?
It's not a bad gag. If we use it, we'll send you a check.
You're really gonna play those games?
And put on the best basketball show those towns ever saw, and I'm betting you we outdraw you 10-1.
And if the fans don't come, you'll spend the rest of your life paying off the debts.
From where I sit, it's a sure thing. No gamble. The only proof I needed was to have you here in this office. You're worried.
All right, I'm worried. There's one chance in 1,000 you'll pull off this crazy stunt. I don't want vaudeville to put legitimate basketball out of business. I'll make you a proposition. Play another season on the road, win some legitimate games, and we'll let you into the tournament next year.
Not next year, this year.
You're a joke. You'll make a farce of the game.
If we're a joke, we'll be knocked out in the first round. I hear the Washington Generals want in as badly as we do. Why don't you let us both in?
Oh, we'll play every football stadium in the country.
Tell you what I'll do. Tournament starts next Tuesday afternoon. I'll run an elimination game that morning between you and the Washington Generals.
Hey, wait a minute. That means we'll be playing before an empty house. And we'll be playing one more game than any team in the tournament.
Not if you get eliminated in that game. You'll have a long time to rest.
We accept.
Think you're making a mistake, Saperstein. You're going to get slaughtered in this tournament. And if you do, you can kiss your football stadiums goodbye. You'll be lucky to get back into those high school gyms.
We'll take our chances.
I'll put a confirmation in the mail this afternoon.
We did it. Oh, darling, we did it. Go!
I got a line on those Washington Generals. They use a fast break and a shifting zone defense. They got a center that can make plenty of trouble under the bucket. Now, don't fool around, but don't pile it on either. Just win. What's the matter, you guys nervous?
Not too much.
Well, it's a breeze. And as a bonus, I'll give the highest scorer in the game an autographed picture of myself.
With that incentive, I might not score a point.
Time left, Inman.
Relax. It's just about over.
We'll let the Trotters open the program this afternoon against Toledo.
But they must be tired, Jim. Why not put them on later in the afternoon?
What difference does it make? You saw the game. They were lucky to beat Washington. Might as well get them out of the way before the crowds start coming.
You know best. At any rate, they made the tournament sheet.
I guess as far as Saperstein's concerned, he's got the championship won.
That's it, Jim. That's exactly the statement he made to the papers right after the game.
What? Wait a minute. Let the referee take care of this.
Let the referee take care of it.
One of the most bruising battles ever fought in the Chicago Stadium. Tatum and Clifton had to be helped off the court. And although they beat the Tigers by 2 points, it's doubtful that they'll have 5 whole players for tonight's final against the Chicago Majors. It's a shame because this unheralded team has completely caught the public fancy, and they'll be out tonight by the thousands praying for a Globetrotter miracle. In our opinion, the only miracle will be if the Trotters can field a team at all.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is your tournament announcer, Marty Glickman, bringing you the final game of the World's Professional Basketball Championship. The Harlem Globetrotters versus the Chicago Majors. The Trotters may be a weary outfit, but they're never too tired to kid around a little. The Majors rule as favorites to take the title. Saperstein's team is handicapped because Sweetwater Clifton is injured and will watch the game from the bench, and it's doubtful that Goose Tatum will see much action. Well, now we're just about all set to go. Opening tap-off, and the Trotters take possession. They move the ball around on the outside, get the feel of it, look for an opening. Man-to-man defense used by the Majors. Garner takes it, sets, and he shoots. No good. Cameron grabs the rebound. Hands off to Spencer. Spencer going down court. He's going to go all the way. He lays it up. Around and in. Majors lead 2-0. Trotters ball. Marcus Haynes again. Hands off to Grider for an overhead set shot. No good. Spencer gets the ball. Passes off to Cameron. Majors are trying to get inside. Cameron misses, and Garner grabs the ball. Haynes with it again. Feeds Robinson, who sets, shoots. No good. And Goodman gets it. Goodman and Powers bring it back down court. Powers with a long set shot. That's in there. And the Majors now lead 4-0. Wheeler with a jump shot. No good. Garner gets the rebound. Passes off to Haynes. He feeds Robinson. Robbie cuts, shoots, and he lays it up and in. The Majors lead 4-2. Powers with the ball. Sets and shoots. Rims the basket off to the right. Spencer on the rebound. Is short, but Cameron goes up and drops it in. Majors are ahead by 4 points again, 6-2. Marcus Haynes with the ball. He lays it up and in. Pretty play. Majors 6, the Trotters 4. The Majors work the ball around outside looking for the opening. Here comes Powers on a jump shot. Good! And it's 8-4. Trotters bring the ball right back. Shot is missed. The rebound fought for. And the rebound is up and in. Only 2 points separate the teams now. Spencer with a jump shot. Around and in. And it's 10-6. There's Garner with a one-hander. Ezra Goodman has the ball. But it's Spencer on a set shot. Majors 12, the Trotters 8. And the pace of this game, ladies and gentlemen, simply cannot continue. Something has to give. There's Haynes on that feint again. Beautiful left-handed turn shot, 12-10. Majors, after 2 minutes, 51 seconds of play, are out in front by 2. Shot is good. No more than 4 points have separated the two teams since the game began. Yet few in this vast audience expected to stay that close for long. The Trotters, according to the experts, are way out of their class tonight. That's Marcus Haynes with the ball, looking for an opening inside. And he's going into one of those fantastic dribbles of his. Look at him ball handle. This is what gives his teammates a chance to rest. Some of them don't even move. Now he puts it in play again. There he is, off on the dribble once more. How the crowd loves it. Looking for that opening. Up, and it's in there. Majors crept ahead slowly through the first half. And now as the teams change goals, we're about ready to start the second half. It's been a great ball game so far. And don't you go away. It may not be all over yet. Globetrotters have possession. Robinson shooting. Around and in. It makes it 38-32 in favor of the Majors. The Trotters are guarding more closely now, trying to get possession of the ball. But the Majors want to protect that lead, pile it up if they can. Cameron is up and in. Trotters come right back on a fast break. A beautiful driving play, and it's 40-34, the Majors lead. The Trotters intercept. Robinson driving for the shot. But there's a whistle on the play. He was fouled before the shot. He takes only one. On the foul line, taking his time, sets. Now he shoots. Good. 40-35, the Majors lead the Harlem Globetrotters. Less than a minute has been played in the second half so far, but the Trotters are showing they're still in this ball game. Spencer up with a jump shot, and it misses. The rebound. Up and good. 42-35. The ball comes to Haynes here in the corner. It's 42-37. The Majors bringing the ball back up court slowly. Powers shooting. Ryder gets the rebound. Marcus Haynes brings the ball down court. He feeds to Garner. Garner driving. But the score doesn't count. Foul was committed before the shot. And Garner's foul shot is up and no good. The rebound fought for and taken off by the Trotters. Haynes goes in on that dribble again. Trying to draw the defense out to meet him. Then they collapse back on him once again. Look at him go. Finally, a lead pass into Tatum, who lays it up and in. With 3 minutes left to play, this game is just about wrapped up for the Majors. The tired Globetrotters have been falling behind since late in the third quarter, and they're too far back now to be considered seriously. The basket's tapped in by Garner. Nevertheless, no one in the vast crowd is leaving. The Cinderella Globetrotters have performed miracles getting into the finals of this tournament, and the crowd is hoping to see one more miracle tonight. But the Majors will protect their long lead, freeze the ball, and just let that clock run out. Majors have possession of the ball. Intercepted, taken away by the Trotters. Tatum on a hook shot. Good. Majors 59, Trotters 48. Garner blocks the shot. The Trotters have the ball. Right on a drive, scoring to make it 59-50. Trotters trailing by 9. Trotters are pressing now hard for the ball.
2 minutes left, Dave.
Majors in a freeze. The seconds are ticking away. Move the ball over the right sideline, near the right corner. Back out towards midcourt. Powers falls, tries to pass, and the Trotters get the loose ball. Wilson driving, and he scores. 59-52, and this crowd is beginning to get excited. Majors with the ball into the left corner. Still trying to slow the tempo of the game. A loose ball now, rolling free, and it's still free, rolling around. Players diving for it, and the Trotters come up with it. Gates has it. He passes to Haynes. Haynes starts to drive, stops, hooks. Good! A minute and 34 seconds to go. Only 5 points separate the two teams. Majors 59, Trotters 54, and this one isn't over yet. The Majors are now trying to work the ball inside, make every shot count. Here's the jump shot. Good. Now there's a minute, 21 seconds to go with the Majors leading by 7 points, 61-54. Tatum has it in the bucket. He hooks. No good. But Wilson taps it in. The Majors come right back on a fast break. Score is up, 4-4, and again, the Majors have the ball stolen from them. The Trotters grab it. The shot is up and missed. The rebound is 4-4, batted around. Again, the Trotters get possession, a long one-hander. It's good. 63 to 58. Now the Trotters get possession again. Just about a minute left to play. The Trotters are still 5 points behind. Looking to feed Tatum. It goes into Tatum in the bucket. It's in there. 63 to 60. And now Robinson steals the ball. 49 seconds to go. There's a drive. He lays it up. No good. The rebound is up and in. 63 to 62. 35 seconds to go in the ball game. The Majors have possession. They lead by 1 point. The Trotters pressing all over the floor. Trotters guarding closely. The Majors looking to salt the ball game. Seconds to go in the game. The Trotters steal it. They move down court. It's stolen back again. It's loose. Players are diving for the ball. It's still free. And finally, the Trotters take it. 7 seconds to go. Haynes on a hook. The Trotters win 64 to 63.
You made it. You finally made it.
Made it, Zach? You're kidding. It's only the beginning. We got places to go, things to do. All right, guys, let's hit the showers.